Well, here we are again, folks. Well, it looks like it's raining over there. Cloud base is down at the height of the airfield. But it's time for phase 3 of my Lidl Hawk Vampire. If you didn't see the first two, first one was a disaster. Second one, I flew into those trees. Third one, I've now replaced the servo in the elevator. I think with a bit of luck, this actually might fly. Let's see. Well, I've actually put a little strut on there with the idea that I could hold that to throw it, but I'm not sure really. It's probably better to get hold of it here and just pinch it tight. Quick pre-flight check. Things moving the right way. Throws a bit much, but I've reduced them from last time. Let's see what happens. Half throttle. Almost. Bit of up trim, bit more throttle, slightly higher throw. Right, let's give it another go. Going to give it 2/3 throttle. Really hard throw. Whoa. Knock back the throttle, man. Oh, that's better. Half throttle. Throws are still too much. It's a bit exciting. Whoa, nearly lost it again. Nearly lost it again. It needs more up trim because I'm having to keep the nose up, which is making it difficult to fly. So I'm going to bring it round here. Bring it round here. Oh, I think that was a stall. I've never had much success building planes which are pushers because you've got the problem of the thrust of a motor, and unlike with a tractor plane where you can give it some down thrust, right thrust, left thrust, nobody ever seems to do it with pushers. So actually there's not much up trim on that. Keep your hands away from the prop. That seemed quite a promising sign, I think. It flies quite well. Going to give it more expo because it was a bit twitchy for my liking, especially on the elevator. But as people have pointed out, when you've got an elevator right in the flow of the prop, it's going to have a huge amount of effect. Oh, look at that. Going to be flying in the mist soon. That's my model finder, and I can't be bothered to disconnect and start it again. Right, let's see how it goes. I think I've got the idea now. It needs a really firm throw. Whoa, really firm throw, but upwards. Right, really firm throw, but upwards. I didn't get my hand on the elevator in time. And this time when I picked it up, I discovered that one of the wings had become detached. So that was the end of that little session. Anyway, to conclude this little video, part 3 of the Hawk Vampire Trials and Tribulations, I don't think it's going to break again. There wasn't much to glue onto here, as you can see, because obviously there's a gap here where the original Lidl wing went through, plus some big hollows in this that were for ducting when it was a BAE Hawk. So not much to glue, but anyway, what I've done is put a wooden dowel across here. I couldn't make it longer because I would have had to tear out the booms again. They were pretty butchered anyway, but it's absolutely solid as a rock now, and the wing won't fall off if unfortunately it ends up nosediving into the scrub again. But that's all on the subject of the trials and tribulations of my Hawk Vampire. If you want to see it finally fly well, then why not hit the old subscribe button? And if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. It helps my algorithms. But I'll stop waffling on. But before I go, I'll show you a little preview here of something coming very soon, following on from my EDF Lidl RC conversion and the twin EDF Lidl RC conversion. My latest build, the mini Lidl EDF, Here's a little clip of it. Still needs a bit of sorting. And if you didn't actually see the maiden of my twin EDF Lidl build, I'll leave you with a link to that at the end. That is a great little flyer. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I will catch you all again soon with a really successful flight of this one. Bye for now.